Hello guys, welcome back to Connect IAS. We are back with one more topic, that is solar power projects and solar parks. Very important topic. Let's go through it. This is one of the topic taken from the previous year question paper 2022 and this comes under the subject of economy. So let's get started. Solar power projects and solar parks. First we look into the scheme, that is the scheme for development of solar parks and ultra mega solar power projects. So let's look what the scheme is. It is introduced in the year 2014 under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and the scheme is been implemented for setting up of at least 25 solar parks and ultra mega solar power projects targeting over 20,000 megawatts of solar power, and it has been enhanced from 20,000 megawatts to 40,000 megawatts, and it is proposed to be set up by 2021 to 22, and the implementing agency is Solar Power Park Developer. The solar parks are developed in collaboration with the state governments and their agencies, central public sector undertakings, and private entrepreneurs. So this is the scheme for development of solar parks and ultra mega solar power projects. ఇదొక స్కీమ్. దాని తర్వాత challenges. There are some challenges in establishing or developing solar parks and ultra mega solar power projects. So the challenges are with respect to the habitat of some of the uh, animal kingdom animals, like here great Indian bustard is a challenge. Like habitat of the great Indian bustard, a critically endangered species in Rajasthan, has been encroached upon by solar power projects, particularly by transmission lines that endanger the bird. But Supreme Court in April has directed to lay underground cables, but that would greatly raise the cost of the solar power. So this is one of the challenge. Supreme Court has directed to lay the underground cables, but it eventually would raise the cost of the solar power. Heavy dependence on imports and also raw material supply. So these are all the challenges. In heavy dependence of imports, India doesn't have enough module and photovoltaic cell manufacturing capacity. And secondly, the current solar module manufacturing capacity is limited to 15 gigawatts per year, whereas the domestic production is around 3.5 gigawatts only. So which is very less. Wanted is 15, but we are currently in production of only 3.5, which is not sufficient. And the second thing is import of raw material supply. That is the silicon wafer, the most expensive raw material, is not manufactured in India and is being 100% imported from other countries. Other than this, there are other elements like magnesium, etc., which are being imported 100% from other countries. So these are the challenges faced by India in developing the solar parks and ultra mega solar power projects. Let's look at the current status of the solar energy in India. As of October, 61 gigawatts of solar power has been installed. And if you look into the India in the world scenario, India was the second largest market in Asia for new solar photovoltaic capacity and third globally. It ranked fourth for total installations, that is 60.4 gigawatts, overtaking Germany for the first time. So, India is the second largest market in Asia for new solar photovoltaic capacity and third globally. And it has been ranked fourth for total installations. So this is the current status of the solar energy in India. So till now we have seen the solar energy, the scheme, that is the scheme for development of solar power, solar parks and ultra mega solar power projects, which is which is implemented in 2014 under Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Uh, and I mean, establishing setting up of 25 solar parks and ultra mega solar power projects. The implementing agency are the solar power park developers, state government, central power PSUs, and private enterprises can be taken part in implementing this scheme. And we have also seen the challenges while addressing the scheme. Those are the environmental aspects, that is the endangered species such as great Indian bustard in Rajasthan has been encroached, and Supreme Court has directed to lay underground cables, but it eventually raises the cost of the solar power. And then imports, heavy dependence on the imports. That is, India doesn't have enough module and photovoltaic cell manufacturing capacity, and also India is insufficient with the raw materials. Like silicon wafer, the most expensive raw material, is not manufactured in India, and these are the challenges. We have also seen the current status of the solar energy. That is, 61 gigawatts of solar power has been installed, and India stands second largest in Asia and third globally, and it ranked fourth in total installations. So now let's look at the initiatives taken for solar energy. So there are plenty of initiatives like solar park scheme, rooftop solar scheme, Atal Innovation, Atal Jyoti Yojana, National Solar Mission, Srishti Scheme, International Solar Alliance, PM Kusum, Ultra Mega Renewable Energy Power Parks, National Wind Solar Hybrid Policy, Suryamitra Skill Development Program. So these are the initiatives taken by the government in the solar sector, in the solar energy sector. So let's look at one by one. Solar Park Scheme. Solar Park Scheme ఏంటంటే to build a number of solar parks, each with capacity of nearly 500 megawatts across several states. That is the aim of this solar park scheme. Building a solar park with a nearly capacity of 500 megawatts in several states. The second thing is the rooftop solar scheme. That is, it has been implemented to harness solar power by installing solar panels on the roof of the houses. Very intuitive, but technically, it is the grid connected rooftop solar scheme. That is the cumulative capacity of 40,000 megawatts from rooftop solar projects by the year 2022. Atal Jyoti Yojana, implemented in 2016 September, and it is the installation of solar street lighting system in states with less than 50% of households covered with grid power. So very good initiative by the central government, that is Atal Jyoti Yojana in September 2016, installing solar street lighting system in states with less than 50% of the households covered with grid power. National Solar Mission, to promote ecologically sustained growth while addressing India's energy security challenge. And it was launched in 2010, governed by Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, with an aim of achieving grid parity by 2022 and with coal-based thermal power by 2030. National Solar Mission, launched in 2010 to promote ecologically sustainable growth while addressing India's energy security challenge, with the aim of achieving grid parity by 2022 and with coal-based thermal power by 2030. The next thing is the Srishti scheme. Srishti is nothing but sustainable rooftop implementation of solar transfiguration of India. It is to promote rooftop solar power projects in India. Nothing but, we see in the name itself, sustainable rooftop implementation of solar transfiguration of India. It is nothing but implementation of rooftop solar power projects in India. And the next thing is the International Solar Alliance. It has been implemented under the COP 21. It is a joint effort by India and France, mobilized efforts against climate change through development of solar energy solutions. It is to mobilize efforts against climate change through deployment of solar energy solutions. Its headquarters is in India and the secretariat is in Gurugram, Haryana. And the member nations, coming to the member nations of the International Solar Alliance, a total of 106 countries have signed the International Solar Alliance Framework Agreement, out of which 86 have signed and ratified the agreement. And also, the important point is all member states of the United Nations are eligible to join the International Solar Alliance. This is very important point. This could be asked in prelims. It would be something like this. Whether all member nations of the United Nations, all member states of the United Nations are the members of International Solar Alliance. True or false? It is false. It is a because it is a clause given that all member states of the United Nations are eligible. It is not that all are the members. All are eligible to join the International Solar Alliance framework. And the observer status has been given to the UNGA, United Nations General Assembly. And it is being headed by the Director General, whose tenure is 4 years, and then eligible for re-election. This is also very important, whether he is eligible for re-election or not. Yes, he is eligible for re-election after every 4 years of his tenure as Director General. One of the initiatives under this International Solar Alliance is One Sun, One World, One Grid. That is building global ecosystem of interconnected renewable energy resources, mainly solar energy, that can be seamlessly shared. Taken up under the Technical Assistance Program of the World Bank. This is all about the International Solar Alliance. It is a joint effort by India and France, mobilize efforts against climate change through deployment of solar energy solutions. Headquarters is in India and secretariat is in Gurugram. The member nations are total of 106 countries have signed, whereas 86 have ratified the agreement as well. And also the important point is all member states of the United Nations are eligible to join the International Solar Alliance, and the observer status has been given to the UNGA, and it is being headed by the Director General, whose tenure is 4 years and is eligible for re-election after his tenure. One of the initiative under the International Solar Alliance is One Sun, One World, One Grid. That is building global ecosystem of interconnected renewable energy resources, mainly solar energy, that can be seamlessly shared. Taken up under the Technical Assistance Program of the World Bank. Next thing is PM Kusum. Kusum is Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Uttan Mahabhiyan. That is installation of grid connected renewable energy power plants. That is zero point 0.5 to 2 megawatts solar water pumps or grid connected agriculture pumps. It is nothing but installation of a solar based agricultural water pumps. And 10,000 megawatts of decentralized ground mounted grid connected renewable power plants. Installation of 2 million standalone solar powered agriculture pumps, and solarization of 1.5 million grid connected solar powered agriculture pumps. It adds a solar capacity of 30.8 gigawatts by 2022. So in PM Kusum, Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Uttam Mahabhiyan, it is nothing but it is defined as the installation of solar powered agriculture water pumps in simple, and it has three things. That is, first thing is 10,000 megawatts of decentralized ground mounted grid connected renewable power plants. Second thing is installation of 2 million standalone solar powered agriculture pumps. Third thing is solarization of 1.5 million grid connected solar powered agriculture pumps. So these are the three things of the PM Kusum, and in addition, it adds a solar capacity of 30.8 gigawatts by 2022. The next scheme is Ultra Mega Renewable Energy Power Parks. We have already seen this. We see this in the Data parts. This is very important. This is under the existing solar park scheme. The next thing is National Wind Solar Hybrid Policy. It is launched in 2018 to provide a framework for promotion of large grid connected wind solar photovoltaic hybrid systems for optimal and efficient utilization of wind and solar resources, transmission, infrastructure, and land. For optimal and efficient utilization of wind and solar resources. To provide the National Wind Solar Hybrid Policy, it is a policy. So it provides a framework for promotion of large grid connected wind solar photovoltaic hybrid systems. Easy కదా? So policy. So National Wind Solar Hybrid Policy అన్నాడు. So policy in the sense it provides a framework for what? For promotion of large grid connected solar wind solar photovoltaic hybrid systems. For what? For what purpose? For optimal and efficient utilization of wind and solar resources, transmission infrastructure and land. సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఆప్టిమల్ యూటిలైజేషన్ కోసం విండ్ సోలార్ రిసోర్సెస్ని యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ని అండ్ ల్యాండ్ని ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఆప్టిమల్ యూటిలైజేషన్ అండ్ ఎఫిషియెంట్ యూటిలైజేషన్ కోసం నేషనల్ విండ్ సోలార్ హైబ్రిడ్ పాలసీ అనేది తీసుకొచ్చారు. ఇట్ వాజ్ లాంచ్డ్ ఇన్ 2018. అండ్ ద నెక్స్ట్ program is Suryamitra Skill Development Program. It is launched for giving skill training to rural youth in handling solar installations. It has been implemented and with a broader perspective that solar uh, solarized electricity will be coming to the rural parts of the country. So this program trains the rural youth in handling the solar installations. So this is all about the schemes under this solar energy or initiatives taken by the government for solar energy sector. If we want to revise, first thing is solar park scheme. It is nothing but building solar parks with each capacity of nearly 500 megawatts in several states. Rooftop solar scheme, the name itself says installing solar panels on the roof of houses. It is nothing but a grid connected rooftop solar scheme which is a cumulative capacity of 40,000 megawatts from rooftop solar projects by the year 2022. Atal Jyoti Yojana, implemented in 2016 September, is installation of solar street lighting in the states with less than 50% of the households covered in the power grid. National Solar Mission, to promote ecologically sustained growth while addressing India's energy security challenge, launched in 2010 with the aim of achieving grid parity by 2022 and with coal-based thermal power by 2030. Srishti scheme, sustainable rooftop implementation of solar transformation of India to promote rooftop solar power projects in India. Next important thing is International Solar Alliance, joint effort by India and France, mobilize efforts against the climate change through the deployment of solar energy solutions. Headquarters is in India, Secretariat is in Gurugram. The member nations are 106 countries have signed the agreement, and out of which 86 have ratified as well. And all the members of the United Nations are eligible to join the International Solar Alliance. The observer status has been given to the UNGA. Director General is the head of the International Solar Alliance, and he has a tenure of 4 years and is eligible for re-election. One of the scheme under the International Solar Alliance is One Sun, One World, One Grid program, that is building global ecosystem of interconnected renewable energy resources, mainly the solar energy, that can be seamlessly shared. It has been under the technical assistance program of the World Bank. PM Kusum, Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Uttam Mahabhiyan, installation of solarized water pumps, agriculture water pumps, 10,000 megawatts of it has three elements. That is, first one is 10,000 megawatts of decentralized ground-mounted grid-connected renewable power plants, installation of 2 million standalone solar-powered agricultural pumps, and the solarization of 1.5 million grid-connected solar water pumps, agriculture water pumps. And it adds in solar capacity of 30.8 gigawatts by 2022. Ultra mega renewable energy power parks. It comes under the solar park scheme. We look into the ultra mega power parks later. National Wind Solar Hybrid Policy. It is a policy launched in 2018 which provides a framework for promotion of large grid connected wind solar photovoltaic hybrid systems for optimal and efficient utilization of wind and solar resources, transmission infrastructure and land. Surya Mitra Skill Development Program. It is a skill training program to the rural youth in handling the solar installations. So these are all the initiatives taken for the solar energy. Now let's look at the important initiatives that are in news in the recent news. We see that Omkareshwar floating solar park, which is the capacity of 600 megawatts, approved in the ultra mega renewable energy power parks under the solar energy park scheme. So we have seen the solar energy park scheme, that is building solar parks with each capacity of nearly 500 megawatts. But this Omkareshwar floating solar power park, which is in Madhya Pradesh, uh, is the world's largest floating solar project with a capacity of 600 megawatts, is being approved in the ultra mega renewable energy power parks. And second thing is, second power park in use is Chhatarpur Solar Power Park has also been approved, which is a capacity of 950 megawatts. And Reva Ultra Mega Solar Limited will be the solar park power project developers for the development of these parks. So the developer will be the Reva Ultra Mega Solar Limited. The two projects, the Omkareshwar Floating Solar Power Park, which is the world's largest floating solar project, and Chatpur Solar Power Park. These two projects will be taken up by the Reva Ultra Mega Solar Limited. So these are the two solar parks which are in news recently. Now let's look at the important major solar parks in India. So basically the top 10 major solar parks in India are Badla Solar Park, Rajasthan, which is the largest solar power park in the world. Largest solar park in the world, not the floating. The largest solar park in the power park in the world. And second one is the Pavagada Solar Park, Karnataka. Third is Kurnool Ultra Mega Solar Park, Andhra Pradesh. NP Kunta, Andhra Pradesh. Reva Ultra Mega Solar, Madhya Pradesh. This is the we have seen here. This is the solar power project developer for the Chatpur Solar Power Park and Omkareshwar Floating Solar Power Park. There is Reva Ultra Mega Solar, Madhya Pradesh. Charanka Solar Park, Gujarat. Kamuti Solar Power Project, Tamil Nadu. Anantapuram 2, Andhra Pradesh. Galividu Solar Park, Andhra Pradesh. Mandasur Solar Park, Madhya Pradesh. Mandasur, Madhya Pradesh. Reva, Madhya Pradesh. Kurnool, NP Kunta, Anantapuramu, Galividu, Andhra Pradesh. Pavagada, Karnataka. Badla Solar Power Park, Rajasthan. Kumati, Tamil Nadu. Charanka, Gujarat. There is no need of any mnemonics to remember all this top 10. It is very easy to remember. First four ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. కర్నూలు, ఎన్పి కుంట, గాలివీడు and అనంతపురము are from Andhra Pradesh. 4 out of 10 are done. And the rest 6 లో 2 important, that is Reva Ultra Mega Solar and Mandasur are from Madhya Pradesh. Mandasur Madhya Pradesh. ఇట్లా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. Reva is from Madhya Pradesh. Reva Ultra Mega Solar is important because it is the solar power project developer for Chatpur Solar Power Park and Omkareshwar Floating Solar Park, which is the world's largest floating solar project in Madhya Pradesh. Next two Madhya Pradesh అయిపోయింది. So six are done. And the next four, first come first, Rajasthan, Badla Solar Park. It is the largest solar power park in the world. Badla Solar Park is the largest solar park in the world. And second, Pavagada from Karnataka, Yaranka from Gujarat, and Kumati from Tamil Nadu. This is easy to remember. And the next important points are Badla Solar Power Project is the power park is the largest solar power park in the world, and India's largest floating solar plant is now fully operational at Ramagundam in Telangana's Peddapalli district. See, we'll come later. There are more than 40 major solar projects which generate at least 10 megawatts of power. This is not important, but Bhadra Solar Power Park is the largest solar power park in the world, and this is important. India's largest floating solar plant, floating solar plant is now fully operational at Ramagundam in Telangana's Peddapalli district. And here, Omkareshwar Floating Solar Park. Okay, this is solar project. And this is solar plant is now which is fully operational. Which is fully operational is at Ramagundam in Telangana's Peddapalli district. So these are the solar parks. So this is all about solar power projects and solar parks. So till now we have seen some crucial topics of previous year question papers. We'll continue this trend of covering all the important topics from previous year's question papers. There is a slight delay because I've been analyzing all the topics from past 12 to 15 years. I've jotted on all the important concepts, all the important topics of all the subjects. We'll deal one by one. We'll try to complete one subject and then we'll jump into the another. So it takes time, but stay tuned. We'll You'll get daily updates from this channel. So for daily updates, please like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.